everyone, it's Lynette with Charmed Grammy Crochet, and today is, I don't know, I'm not in the yarn room. I have lots to talk about, so welcome. We're in the dining room. There is lots going on already this month, and I haven't had an opportunity to show you what I've completed, because I don't feel in the other videos that I've been doing in the lives that that's like appropriate necessarily. And I haven't picked my crochet calendar winner for November. I think it's only like the 3rd, so it's not too bad. But I just haven't had an opportunity. It's been a busy kind of month with, I don't know. I don't know why. It's just been busy. Take my word for it. So first, let's update Luck of the Draw. I have been standing in for the last couple of weeks for Trish and from Mama Swift, and Nancy from Nan's Next Knots, who is the creator of Luck of the Draw, and then she became ill, and Trish took over. Now Trish has become ill and asked me to step in. Excuse me. Pardon me, I have a persistent cough that just refuses to go away. I am not sick. I just have sinus drainage that's making me crazy. So anyway, back to the Luck of the Draw. So I've been standing in and doing the news flash reports because I couldn't think of a better way to do it. And I hope you're enjoying those. But I haven't shown you really my progress. I think we're done with week 18. And that is my color. That is an I Love This Yarn color. I think it's called Desert Glaze. And we've had it a couple of times. 4. That one's been in here 4 times. So here's the beginning. It is getting very, very long. Let me see if I can stand up and show you how long it is. So we've got 2 more weeks. Oh gosh, don't get stuck in the Velcro. Oh man, see, Velcro and yarn does not work. This has to go. Sorry. Downgraded from a cast to a brace, to 2 different braces. The physical therapist says go very little on the braces. This one is more for my thumb arthritis. My doctor says don't wear the brace, or wear the other brace. My physical therapist, they're kind of arguing, I think. I don't know. The physical therapist wants me moving it more, so the brace the doctor gave me is restrictive. The physical therapist wants more movement, so wear the other brace, or don't wear a brace at all, and unless it hurts. But I didn't wear a brace most of the day yesterday, and it's a little sore today, so she said going to work was too much movement and activity for it. They're at home, do less. Don't push it, don't stress it. So I'm not really quite sure where that leaves me, but the doctor has always said if it hurts, stop doing that, whatever that is. And the physical therapist says if it hurts, wear a brace. And now I have 3 to choose from. So I avoided the brace yesterday, and now it's a little sore today, so we're bracing it. But I'm not going to risk my yarn, so let's go with that. So let's see how big it is. I'm just totally loving even the size of it. I know there's a couple more weeks to do, but I won't probably show this again until I'm done with it, because there's other things going on. And how many times a week do you want to see me? Okay, so here we go. Oh, dear. Lay down. I see it's attached still to the blue. But look at how long it is. So it will, like, it's wrapped loosely. Come on, give me some slack here. And hangs to there. It will, so the next couple of rows will really be the finishing touch. I want it to be long enough that I can flip it up and still have it stay on. So I do need those next 2 rows for sure. Maybe more, I don't know. These two are not the same color, but from a distance they kind of look like they are. They're very close. I don't like them being together, but that's how it came out. So it's the luck of the draw. That's how it lucked out. I could pull them apart and... No, you can't, right? All right, so this is my luck of the draw in the progress. I just think it's gorgeous. And the size is going to be perfect. Okay, so then also, I don't know if I showed you, I know I've shown it on the Boggy Creek, but I don't know if I showed it actually on my channel. But I made this, remember I bought those, I bought this variegated, here it is, yarn at Michael's. It's impeccable. And I bought that on clearance for $2 a skein. I think I bought 5 skeins, and then I had one, and then I paired it up with some yarn that I had. This was Pound of Love that I had used in a project, ripped out the project because I wasn't going to finish it. So I had some hanged, or you know, some of it balled up and some of it still in the pound. So I 2-stranded it together because it's the Pound of Love that was thinner. I think the older version of Pound of Love. And then these 2 green colors, the mint and the like Kelly green color, grass green, whatever you want to call that green. Those were just in my stash. They were yarns that I got from my Mark's store that used to sell the yarn really cheap. Mark's helped me out do that again because I miss the really, really cheap. So I just made 5 rows of on the squares. So the squares were each 5 rows, 2 of this, and then 3 of the darker. I only had 1 of the mint color and 1 skein of that, so I was afraid to alternate because I didn't really have any idea how much it was going to take. I used a 7mm hook because of the thickness of the white, which might have been a little bit thick for the impeccable, but it wasn't too thick for the other yarns, so we just dealt with it. But I did 5 rows all the way around, and then I did a continuous join, and I'm missing a, there it is. I'm missing a corner over here. So then I did a continuous join, granny, and it's about 45 inches square, so it's perfect for Boggy Creek. On the impeccable, I used like a skein and a half of yarn, and there's not a lot of yarn in the impeccable, so I definitely, the 1 skein of the green was already open, and it was like a Red Heart Super Saver kind of yarn size, and the 1 skein was open, so I used it up, and then I started another one. Oh, excuse me again. Gosh, if I don't have enough sinus drainage, now I got fibers in my throat. So then the green, the mint was, it's like a Red Heart with Love kind of yarn. They all come with a generic label on them, so you really don't know what they are. But I know they were mill ends, and I think they were from Red Heart because so many of the yarns and the colors coordinated. So I didn't even use the 1 skein. I mean, like just a dent to do the 2 rows of each one. I think the blanket is gorgeous, and I definitely have enough left over that I can make a whole nother blanket, so that's awesome. So that is the update, and this is going in a bag, and it's going to Boggy Creek. It's already been counted because I did show it. I'm just showing it now in case you missed where I showed it in the video. In the live at Billy's, we do the Boggy Creek live at Billy's. We will be collecting till the end of the month. We do have, just an update, we do have an appointment at 9:30 in the morning on January 6th, or 9 o'clock in the morning, on January 6th, to meet up at Boggy Creek and deliver the blankets. Yay! So anyway, that's very exciting. I can't wait. I'm going to be down there with Nancy. I'm flying in Thursday night, and I'll be staying till Monday night. I have to work. I will probably have to be back to work on Tuesday. So, gotta work, you gotta work. So that's that. And, you know, so I'm taking a long weekend to be there with them, with her. And hopefully we'll get to see Billy. I'm not 100% sure if Billy will be making it to with us. It depends on how she feels. But hopefully she'll be able to. I was also hoping to be able to meet Lynette from Nina's Knots. I'm writing down names now because you know I forget. And Billy, well, Billy's been always listed since Boggy Creek, but anyway, I'll put them in the description box below. But I was hoping to be able to meet up with Lynette, but she is having a medical procedure done the day before I arrive, so she's not going to be up to a meet and greet kind of thing, I'm sorry to say. And let's see, the next on my list, give me a second here. I did finish the Mermaid's Tail, which I made with this beautiful ice cream in the, it's not upside down, right? No. Ice cream yarn in the color Parfait, and oh my God, I mean, I know it's a little girlish, but I totally love that, and I just want it for myself. I just want, like, a lot of things made out of that. But I did finish the Mermaid's Tail for Terry Bear, and the top does not want to stay in place. I don't know, you know, she's like a little roly-poly, and she needs safety pins to hold her shirt down. And maybe you don't have to wear the top. I mean, it's a teddy bear, right? And so the Mermaid's Tail, I used I modified a pattern by Lovingly Nye. I think that's the name. I want to make sure and link it. She does great work. And so I just had to modify it because Terry is kind of short and oh, sorry about that. So anyway, Terry is kind of short and wider than what the newborn pattern is, and shorter. So I had to modify, which is fine. But I think it turned out great. And then I just kind of did shells and some chains to make the top. And I made a headband because I think all mermaids need a headband. And this is what it is with the flower. And the flower was also a tutorial. And I don't remember who that was by, but I will find it and link it. I think I will try. Anyway, I think it turned out really cute. I'm really, really happy with it. I think my granddaughter will love it. She does have a mermaid tail, and I don't remember what hers looks like. I made for all three, but I don't remember which one was Avery's. But she does have one. I'm sure it was pink, and it probably doesn't fit her anymore. And to go with the mermaid tail, she's getting because all of the patterns have an accessory. So the accessory for this one is the walrus. I'm giving her the walrus to go with this that I made with Amigurumi Wars. If you don't remember those, I do believe Sam from Mamfa's Makes is hosting it this year. And it's hashtag Amigurumi Wars 2022. I'm sorry, Sam, I have not participated yet. But I don't remember the details of how you're running it this year. Or this month, but I am making an Ami. So, as you know, speaking of Terry Bear, as you know, I made this for my granddaughter, and I love Terry Bear, except I'm not real happy with her eyes. She's got like way too much forehead, not big enough eyes for the face, I think, in my opinion. And I have been dressing her and undressing her so much, trying on things to make sure they're big enough as I make them, that she started pilling. I had to pull pills off of her navel, which I totally love the navel. So this is a pattern from this book right here, Dress Up Amigurumi. If you've been around, you've seen lots of this book. And this one is Terry. And I totally love it. Now, Nancy from She's Got Yarn Too gifted me this book because of the elephant. And included in the book are a bunch of outfits that you can make, which so cute. I mean, they're just, look at the elephant. Isn't he cute? And my granddaughter did not choose the elephant. She chose the reindeer, which I did not like the way the pattern was, because the headpiece is, you make the regular bear or dog head. I think all the bodies are the same, just some little differences here and there. So you make the regular head, and then you make this piece separate and sew it on. And I thought, if I don't get it all done in one full sweep, the tension will never be the same for me, and it's not going to fit and lay flat, or, you know, something's not going to, it's not going to pucker, it's not going to look right. So I said, I'm not making that, because I don't want to have to make the cap that's permanent. Because that's basically what it is you make this kind of cap thing for the dark brown. I said, I'm not doing that. It's just too confusing for me. So I went with the bear, and I did the nose differently. I don't remember why I did the nose differently, but I just used the little button nose, and I kind of like the button nose. But anyway, when I look at Terry, I'm like, she looks like she's already been used, and I've never been real happy with these eyes and the size. They're like dark, and you don't see them very much because they're black, and I have some big colorful eyes, and I pulled them out, and they're like, they would be bigger, and I would put them up a little bit higher, but like right here. And I tried crocheting some eyes to crochet over and just put them over, but they're not in the right spot then. So I'm going to use the eyes that I have are glitter. I ordered them on Amazon, and I'm going to put them up maybe 2 rows or a row. I don't know, put a hat on her probably before I put the eyes in, but maybe just up a little bit, but they're bigger and they'll be brighter, and I'm going to like them better for her. Plus, it won't be starting to pill because this is Big Twist, and Big Twist is not anti-pilling. But I'm afraid if I go with a different yarn, then the yarn weights will be different. I want to make them like the same size, so that like stuffed to the same capacity is going to be my goal, so that I can switch out and I can still continue to make clothes after Christmas and give them to her as they're made, and they'll fit because the bears are the same size. So I will hopefully, I don't think she had specific patterns picked out. I think you can do what you want for Amigurumi Wars. I'm going to have to check with Sam, but I think that's how she's doing it. So if that is, then I'm going to have a second, because I've already started it. Well, barely. I got the bottom of a foot started, and then I was falling asleep, so we had to put it away. But it has to be the same size, or none of the clothes that I have already made will fit. So that's what we're doing with Amigurumi Wars 23 or 22 for the last month. And that's where we stand with Terry Bear for this month. And those finished clothes. So when I get a new bear done, I also want to do some kind of Christmassy outfit. There's something in the book that is Christmas themed, I think, holiday themed. It's a little red coat with a shirt with a snowman on it. So I think I will probably make that, but I'm going to make the shirt into a dress, because little girls should wear dresses. I'm Christmas. At least that's what my granddaughters believe. I personally wear warm pants because it's cold. Okay, now finally, for the final thing. Last month, for November, for the crochet calendar, hashtag CGC calendar cal 2022. I know, I come up with these long hashtags. I'm trying to work on that. Anyway, this was the November calendar project. And so you just had to make some kind of placemat. And I had a few entries. And so those pictures are going to be linked after this little chat. Mine that I made, because, you know, I did make one. It is my calendar. I just have stuff sitting on it. So I made this orange one because my room is neutral, and so it was fall, and I had this yarn handy even. So I made this, and it sits on my table. I did have a picture of it up before. I'll probably put it in. And it sits on my table and holds my napkin holder and salt and pepper shaker, which happen to be elephants, by the way. Well, the salt and pepper shaker holder thing is an elephant. And I have an eyelash falling in my eye. Tragedies. So I am going to pick a winner, and you will win a $25 e-gift card. My winner from last month, I am so sorry, I still haven't gotten that out, and I just realized it. I'm like, oh my god, I never did send that to her. So that will go out. I'm going to call Hirschner's, because that is where you wanted it from, and see if I can't get a gift certificate, because that's where you originally wanted it from. And if I can't, then we'll go to the, you know, others. But you will get a gift certificate to wherever you want for $25. And all the pictures are going to be there, and the winners are in the bowl, you know, the luck of the draw bowl, the pick a name bowl. And thank you all so much for participating. So let's find out who the winner is. It is Judy with Witch Piece Crafts. I know I was just scribbling. But Judy is the winner for the crochet calendar. So Judy, let me know where you want that gift card from. It can be an Etsy shop too. I mean, I don't care. And we'll get that out to you. So yay, and congratulations to Judy. You guys, if you don't know Judy, she's wonderful. She's in Australia. It is Judy at Witch Piece Crafts, and she designs teapot cozies that are amazing. I am not a teetotaler, toddler, or drinker, whatever you want to call that. I don't drink tea. I've never really gotten a taste for it. I did not know that there was such a thing as teapot cozies until I saw Judy make some. She made one. Oh no, last month she made. No, for the ugly Christmas sweater, she made a teapot cozy. For this month, she made a doily for the center of the table. You'll see it in the pictures. And it's adorable. But she designs these teapot cozies, and it's just like, you know, the bottle cozy to catch your sweat, or the cup cozy to keep your cup warm, keeps your teapot warm. I'm like, what a cool idea. And she does the most coolest, mostest beauteous. I never saw them before until I saw hers, but her designs are awesome. I'm like, wow, how do you even come up with that? I really and truly wish that I was that creative to be able to come up with designs of my own for cool things too. So I'm working on maybe trying to be more creative. I don't know how you learn to be creative. So that is, December's crochet calendar is adorable. I totally love it. It is this bag. I don't know that I'm going to get to this bag. I'm very disappointed about that. I really want to make this bag. I think the bag is just adorable. She does it in a mosaic way. I did read through the pattern where you carry the yarn from, you know, color to color. I don't really have time to do it this month. We're going on vacation, and the Vlogmas every day with Nancy. Her and I are doing an Advent and the Scrappy Make-Alongs, and which I didn't even show you those. Or the Squares a Day Make-Along thing. We're doing hashtag Scraps of Love 22. And making a scrap blanket that we swapped some scrap balls, and we're making scrap blankets to give to Boggy Creek when we go there, just out of our old scraps, just to be like an advent for the month. And we thought that was a pretty fun idea, and we could show you the progress. I had originally thought we'd show the progress once a week, in case we didn't like keep up. But I was voted down on that, and no, we have to show the progress every day. I'm like, oh gosh, that means you have to stay on top of it. You can't like let it slide a day, which is completely fine. I mean, one square, right? But on mine, just a second. Sorry. On mine, the first square that skein, little ball of yarn scrap, I opened in Nancy's gifts, was big. I made 2.5 squares out of it. So the one square is going in the blanket, and the other square, I decided I'm going to just continue a second blanket with whatever scraps are left of the scraps. You know, the idea was to get rid of some of your scraps, which Nancy has a lot more scraps than I did. She took me on a scrappy tour. I went through a period where I was just scrapping up some stuff, and I made a couple of scrap blankets. One of them is in the Boggy Creek donations already. And then I did squares, willow squares. And I was just, as I was using up and had a scrap of yarn, I would make a willow square out of it and stick it away. Well, I ended up with enough scraps for like 2 blankets already made. And I think Nancy has one of those already, and I have the other one in a bag that I'm going to take down with me with this green one. So, or maybe I didn't put it together yet. Maybe I still have to put that one together. I'm not sure. But I was doing that. I was like really good about it for a little while. And so I had like 60 squares, and they were 8-inch squares, I think. So anyway, like Boggy Creek made me put those together and, you know, do a scrappy donation. And so I didn't have nearly the amount of scraps that Nancy has. It's really, then I started doing Amigurumi, so I quit wanting to just get rid of the scraps because I use them for the Amis now. So there's always something to do you can do with scraps. So anyway, I thought, well, the idea is to get rid of scraps. So I'm just going to use every bit of yarn that she gives me into the second blanket. And I'm, you know, going as I go. So the one has 2 squares on it now because today is the 3rd. And so I have the first and the second square. The other one has 1 square and a partial square because the first color was mint and I did a square and a half. The second color is like a rust. I added to the half a square, but it did not complete a square, which is completely fine. So now today's color, I will add to the first blanket a completed square and then throw the next color in with the mint and rust, and we'll see what that square looks like. If the mint and rust square is completed, then I will go on with that new color to square 3, I think. Or maybe I'll start. See, I'm afraid if I do square 3 without finishing the already 2 color square, that if square 3 doesn't have enough, if I run short, which probably won't happen, then it might look funny. I want it to flow from the square so you can see how the colors came together. Like if you were crocheting from a mandala and you just added the squares as they go so the color flows as it came. You know what I mean? So I will probably finish the square 2 and then start square 3 with the new color. So it might just very well be that the only one that's going to be solid color is the very first square, which could be kind of cool too. But anyway, that's how that's going. And I don't mind doing that. You know, crocheting the squares, they don't take very long. I'm only doing 5 rounds in a square, and crocheting them together, it's just the granny stitch, and so it tends to be kind of quick. So anyway, with doing that and I will be finishing up the Luck of the Draw, so that'll be done. But remaking the Terry Bear and the blankets, and we're going on vacation. I'm not going to commit to this. I'm sorry. I do want to try to commit to a sweater for my daughter. So I'm going to bow out on this one. If you have started or want to make the blanket or the bag, please do. Or, you know, any type of, you know, market bag that you want to mosaic or whatever. I will still follow through with, if you put them in with the hashtag CGC Crochet Cal 2022, I will still do a giveaway. Even though I'm not going to, which I know I kind of feel bad about, but I'm just, I don't have time for it. I don't want to stress out over it. And I'll make it maybe next year, throughout the year. We'll see how that goes. You know how that is. And I'm not going to be doing the crochet calendar cal next year. The participation in the first couple months was pretty good, and it's just too long of a crochet along, I think. People get into other things, and at the beginning of the year, everything's fresh, and you're like, oh, yay, yay. And I know I've done that myself with many crochet alongs, including Judy's at Witch Piece Craft. She does the Rock 2022 this year, which I totally loved. And I was making hats and scarves for Rose with wings, and I was making, I was trying to do clothes for Terry based on the album covers, but that then a couple times just didn't work out, and then everything else, and then I couldn't crochet with my broken arm. So I'm sorry, Judy, I did not get to finish your crochet along. But I want to do a Monday make along. I really enjoyed that. I am going to do Sophie's Choice, and my original plan, but then Sophie's Choice just has gone so crazy. Oh my gosh. Or not Sophie's Choice, Sophie's Universe. That's the one that we're doing. There's a lot of podcasters doing it. There's a lot of our Yarny friends that are participating. Carrie, the Yarny Elephant, is handling that whole thing. Thank you, Carrie. Mama Llama Kayla is doing it. We're trying to get a list together of all the podcasters so we can, you know, show you progress as you go. And like really get the yarn community together. Carrie has a chat room. I think she's talking about doing like an open platform once a week or once a month or something where you can come up and I don't know if she's doing a StreamYard or if she's doing it in her Zoom room, where you can come up and ask questions or show your blanket on her YouTube channel, which that would be so fun. I would love to see how everybody's is coming along in that manner, you know, where you could just pop in and say, oh, this is my blanket, this is how it's coming out, these are the colors I chose. That would be really cool. So I hope that that works out for her, or all of us actually, would really help bring the yarn community together. I find when you do things together, it brings you together. Excuse me. So anyway, I have a couple of weeks to figure out the Monday make along. Probably won't start at the first week of the month anyway, but I'm thinking short projects, you know, that take a month or 6 weeks to go through. So let me, you know, any feedback that you guys have on that would be greatly appreciated. Now that we're 35 minutes in and I start talking about this, probably not even there to know that I'm talking about it. But that's my plan for the Monday make along. I kind of did enjoy it. I do like bringing the community together. I think Boggy Creek has helped to do that a great deal too. I can't believe the participation. It is just, it warms my heart and makes me want to cry every time. The Boggy Creek ladies were going, you know, we talked to them and they are so excited. Apparently they've been watching along and seeing all of your makes. They tune in to see all the blankets that are being made and donated. And so you guys, they already know about you. It's so exciting. I'm just thrilled for the kids, for the community, for the camaraderie. It's just heartwarming to me. I couldn't ask for a better group of friends. So, I can't think of anything else to say right now. I know, I overwhelmed myself with the whole Boggy Creek thing. So let me know what you guys think about a Monday make-along, kind of things that you would like to make together. You know, we could show progress on once a week kind of thing. Work together to, you know, help each other out. That's all I got for you today. It's been a long one. I haven't chatted just to chat in a while, so I had a lot to say apparently. I hope you guys stuck around for the whole thing. Congratulations, Judy. Get in contact with me. Let me know what you want, and I'll see you later. Bye.